guests of honor, your worship, the mayor, in your particular honor, I want to recognize your presence. He's on a safari, but as a department, you know we are not always alone. So I'm now standing in for the municipal education officer, though I'm also education officer within the entity. So it is not the right, it's not the wrong title that I'm holding now. I want to begin by thanking this arrangement. I want to begin by saying that students, thank you very much for your participation in the call that these people have organized, and at the same time, JLOF. I want also to recognize that you did a very good thing that always the government of Uganda is recognizing. His Excellency, the President, always, when he's addressing the nation, he says that we now need the whole approach. The whole approach means that in line of education that we are undertaking, these people are now taking the route of shaping you to become a very good educationist. Because by organizing the essay that the teachers could have been doing in their syllabuses that are always given in schools, these people are now helping you in moderating and in evaluating and sometimes in coming out to do this kind of arrangement so that you always shine in your education line. I can remember very well during when I was in P7 or primary education, way back in 90s, our teacher, the great Mr. Malciza, he was an English teacher and is up to now an English teacher in one of the schools within Kitgum Municipal Council here. We could also experience this kind of arrangement in classes. I could remember those stories that we used to write. He would come and tell us, write an essay of not more than 150 words or of not less than 150 words. On the story, you cannot forget. A day you will not forget. So these were shaping us in coming out with this kind of arrangement that we are now experiencing today. So these kind of people, we need to recognize them and appreciate them. Thank you very much for your participation. And secondly, as we are now recognizing the struggle that Jeremiah Opira did to the nation, I want also to recognize that for us teachers, I'm a teacher educator, and I'm proud that one of my child became best when I was a teacher in Kitgum Primary. Watum, can you rise up and people recognize you? So by this grace of God that you organize this thing, he's my son, first of all, he's my son, from the same clan brother. So thank you very much for making us proud of you. Thank you. And everybody who participated, we want to thank you very much. And as a matter of recognition, I want also to recognize the foundation. This is staff of the JLOF. My OB, he was our 8th boy, Kitgum High School. In the year 1999, the year 2000. We were the lot, they were in A level, but for us we were in O level with the Bosmiko team, Akek, in the parliament today. So we were in the same class, we sat the same class in Tucson, but they sat A level in the year 2000. He was our 8th boy. So this is the time of recognizing the efforts that we need always to make mention when people are still alive. Bosmik also once sang, saying that, so we want to thank you for standing around with us and for making what we are doing here now a very successful and a proud moment. So my appreciation, I want to extend it very much for your arrangement. You know, as Kitgum Municipal Council Education Department, we always appreciate these efforts that people always make in making sure that students or POPs, they learn the better way. And we want to appreciate very much the participation of all the schools. Always, private schools make us very proud within Kitgum Municipal Council because in performance, they always stand number 1 and making us proud of every education department in Kitgum and East Acholi. So this one, I congratulate you and I encourage that do more so that it enhances our performance as the education department. And my only worry, now that the schools have already realized that this thing can attract gifts and all these things that we have already been receiving, I don't know how you always moderate this competition at the school levels. So as the JLOF, you need also to regulate that so that when we are selecting the best out of all these, we should ensure that they are really the ones who are worth that appreciation. So I think, you know, Uganda of nowadays, when you realize that you will have a benefit out of something, they would manipulate or they would bring in somebody to stand in on behalf of that person so that he would be recognized. But kumbe, that person would not be the one to be recognized. So I want you also, when you are doing it, you need to regulate and make sure that the person who participates is the right one who will receive the marks he or she gets. So by all this, I want to welcome you to Kitgum Municipal Council Education Department, and we are very sorry that you came during weekends where I moved around and the Askari is not around and all our shelters are locked up. We are very sorry for the inconvenience that the Kitgum Municipal Council Education Department under this arrangement. I think this arrangement is purely in the hands of the Education Department. That is why we are now making that apologies. So thank you, and may you receive our apologies. By all this, I want to say we are proud of you students. We are proud of you, all the participants who have now come to grace this occasion. Thank you very much. I say all this for God and my country.